Okay, what's up, guys, and welcome back to Canada Worker. In today's Moving to Canada episode, we'll be talking about how to switch to a career in IT in Canada. And I have my guests here. I've been hyping all through my Moving to Canada series. So we have Eno Eka. She's a business analysis expert. She'll talk to us about her journey on how she moved to Canada from an entirely different field and now to business analysis. So welcome Eka to the channel. Tell us about yourself.
Thank you so much, Henry. Thank you for having me on Canada Worker channel. My name is Eno Eka. I live in Calgary, Alberta, here in Canada. I moved to Canada 2 years ago in 2018. But brief background about me: I'm from Nigeria. I started my career in accounting. So I have a bachelor's in accounting. I used to be an accountant. And just like everyone had felt, at some point they wanted more. I found accounting a bit monotonous. I kind of wanted to be more involved in things that affects the bottom line of the business and the core of the business, being able to advise the business. And I found that I was being sought after for those kind of decisions. So I was like, you know what, let me try something. And I'd always been interested in IT. I'm very versatile anyways. I'd always been interested in IT. So I started sort of shadowing the guys in IT and asking questions and talking to my friends. And that's how I moved into project management and then business analysis. And what I found was that I was able to still use the skills that I already had, and with the experience I already had, I was able to move into a career in business analysis. I started that, took courses, got mentorship and coaching, got certifications that were required, and then I kickstarted my career in business analysis, and that's what I do right now. And I work as a business analyst. I'm a consultant. I also teach at the university, and I have coaching programs where I help people as well do this.
Right, so that's a lot of experience there, and a lot of things you've done in that time frame. Now, however, the reality is different in the world we're in today, where we are still in the coronavirus pandemic era, and a lot of jobs have been lost. A lot of industries have changed. The landscape is no longer the same. Where you have those jobs where physical contact is really important, like visiting the libraries for long periods. Librarians, I really can't imagine what they would have been doing, right? Because
exactly.
a lot of them were at home. Teachers for daycare centers too were affected. The airline industry, restaurants,
anything tourism.
Tourism related, right? Transportation. So right now, I know a lot of professionals in those fields will be thinking, I'm coming to Canada, I have my COPR, I'm just waiting for the international borders to open to come here. Would I be able to make that switch, especially from whatever I've been doing to IT? And, when I mean IT now, I'm really harping on business analysis because not everyone wants to be a senior software developer. Not everyone wants to be a machine learning expert. Not everyone wants to be an AI guru, artificial intelligence guru. So what I've found, especially in Canada and in this province, but Canada-wide, is that there are tons of business analyst jobs, lots of opportunities in this field. And I think the learning curve is not as steep as wanting to go into, say, a software development, for example. So I know you say we have 7 points, right?
Yes.
So 7 points to highlight how to make this switch.
Exactly.
Right. So guys, number 1 point is the mindset. And I was going to tell us how having the right mindset would help you into making this journey into a field like business analysis. So let's hear it from her.
Okay, awesome. So we're going to be talking about 7 steps to start a career in business analysis. Now, like Henry said, to make that entry into the world of IT, business analysis is actually the easiest way, and that's just because the role of a business analyst is really someone who is actually delivering value to stakeholders, who are people in the organization, by recommending solutions. So that's what you're going to do. So if you've ever been involved with anything that involves increasing profits, improving business processes, increasing customer satisfaction, increasing employee retention, like all these things are all what a business analyst does. And the BA just uses tools and techniques to get this done. So when you have that mindset that I can help organizations, increase their profits, improve their business processes, serve their customers, launch new products, enter new markets, that's really what a business analyst does. So having that mindset that you already have the skills required to be a business analyst. Now, what are the top skills? The 2 top skills required for business analysts are communication skills and problem-solving skills. Now, Henry, if you have those 2 skills, anyone can be a business analyst, regardless of what you studied. I studied accounting. I've had people who studied English, people who studied history, as senior business analysts earning over $100,000.
Because
right?
in the roles they had before, they've also solved problems.
Exactly.
Right? So they can align those skills to what, for example, a recruiter would ask for a business analyst, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll move on to the second thing on our list. And the second thing would like to talk about is knowledge. How that can help you on your journey to become a BA. So
okay. All right. So, like I said, once you have the right mindset and I can do this, that's the starting point. And then gain knowledge. So just like with every field, there's standards, right? There's industry standards, there's principles, there's rules, right? So gaining that knowledge, if you want to go into project management, understand the project management methodology. For business analysis, understand the business analysis methodology. There's a standard, right, with the IIB, which is the BABOK, right? So getting those books, and then there are other books by some very good authors that talk about the methodology of business analysis. So getting that knowledge is another step for you to actually start a career in business analysis.
Okay, what platforms would you advise people, to get, even if it's preliminary knowledge on what this stuff is about? What platform would you advise people to get that sort of knowledge on?
YouTube. There's courses, intro courses on Udemy. You can join the IIBA, and when you're a member, you have access to their library with over 20-something thousand books. They have a podcast, they have webinars that you can actually use to gain knowledge, and then they have books as well, because as a member you get access to all the business analysis books, and then just studying all those books and then joining their support groups, and then relating with people there. So you can also use all these free platforms, or even platforms where you pay a little money, like Coursera, EDX, Udemy, and just start getting all that foundational knowledge.
Right. Okay, so the third thing, I know she did highlight a bit on it though, is the experience. I do know that moving from one field to the other, that your experience in your other field shouldn't be discounted. My very first job in Canada, starting out my career as a software developer, website designer, and then moving on to being an analyst, I came into Canada, and the first role I took up was, a systems analyst role in a fintech company. So I know nothing about finance. I know technology though, but to sort of merge those fields and to use the knowledge in technology to help credit unions and banks was pretty new to me. However, knowledge I already had in ITSM, in the support jobs I had done before, was critical to me being accepted for the role. In fact, it was a standout for me, like seeing the face of the recruitment manager, light up, hearing that you have this experience and showing how you've applied it. So
exactly,
how do you think experience fits into it for business analysis?
Well, just like you rightly said, you can't discount any experience that you already have. You can leverage the experience you have to get into a career in IT, especially in business analysis. Now, like I said earlier, right, if you've been able to help your company increase revenue, increase their profits, reduce costs, increase customer satisfaction, improve employee retention, all these things, launch new products, all these things from your experience can be transferred to business analysis, when you have the knowledge, you know how to actually put your resume together and your LinkedIn together using the right keywords. So because you did something in oil and gas, you were able to translate what you did to fit into the fintech and finance world. But the truth is, the underlying competencies you had, you didn't change as a system analyst. And it's the same thing for a business analyst as well. You know, your underlying competencies, which are the skills you used to carry out those achievements, those things you've done, they don't change. So leverage your experience, move into business analysis, and don't come in as an entry level. Use the experience you have to get in as maybe intermediate to even senior, possibly.
Right. Okay, so the next thing, which is the fourth on our list, I'd like you to highlight are skills. You know, when you're getting into a new field, right, you need to acquire skills.
Exactly.
You might need to already have some skills. So in your experience, what skills do you think are relevant for people to already have, and which skills do you think they might need to acquire, you know, to move into the business analysis path?
Yeah, awesome. So with regards to business analysis, like you rightly said, there are skills that you should already have. Like when it comes to technical skills, the basic use of Microsoft, the whole Microsoft suite will be fantastic for you. Excel, you know, Microsoft PowerPoint for your presentations, Excel for your documentation, Microsoft Word. Microsoft Visio is a very good tool as well, which you use to just really draw out processes. And then collaborative tools you use to collaborate with your teammates. So Slack, SharePoint, Jira, Confluence, Miro. There's a lot of them, really. There are tons of them. But the truth is, once you're able to use one of those tools, even Microsoft Teams is actually becoming very, very robust these days, right? So everybody's trying to bring out something. So once you're able to show that I've used a lot of collaboration tools, I know how to collaborate with my teammates, and then also look at the soft skills you have, right? So communication, emotional intelligence,
very important.
Problem solving, conflict resolution, negotiation, influencing, interpersonal skills. Once you're able to gather the skills, and then the ones that you don't have, learn them, that's another step to get into business analysis.
Right, so thanks for that. And the fifth item that I want you to elaborate on is the coaching and mentorship. I know for the first few months where I ignored, you know, coaching and mentorship coming into Canada, first I came and I needed to rest, you know, after working non-stop for 8 years. And then I was at the point where looking for jobs, you know, it was in January. Companies were just getting back from the holidays, and you know, mapping out positions that were open for recruiting and all. I didn't really get the mentorship I needed, and I suffered in that month alone, you know, trying to get it right. So you've mentioned communication. So I can now say that I know that networking plays a huge part, and you need to network to look for mentors. You need to network to, you know about the right type of coaching, what programs are available out there. So what do you think for the business analysis field, especially in Canada, and if you can narrow it down to the province we're in Alberta and Calgary, you know, what do you think someone would do to get the needed coaching and mentoring?
Yeah, so like you rightly said, you know, so the next step is getting coaching and mentorship, and that starts with really networking. So building your network is very key, especially when you're moving to a new country like here in Canada. Networking, can open so many doors for you, back doors really. Use platforms like LinkedIn to network. Join support groups and communities with people who are in the same field or people who have gone through the same experience like you. So for me, because I transitioned from a non-traditional role, which was from accounting to business analysis, I sought for people who had the same experience, right? Who moved from non-science or tech roles into tech, and sought mentorship and coaching from those people. And I used LinkedIn a lot to network with people, to get people who will mentor and coach me, and then also being respectful to these people, because I get a lot of people sending me messages and they demand these things from you, or they tell you they want a job. That's not the right way to go about it. So here in Alberta, there's a lot of immigrant services that they do to help you as an immigrant. However, I find they're not very specific for people like us who are business analysts. So There's support groups like WhatsApp groups that I know that are available. I'll be talking about that later, but definitely getting coaching and mentorship. And what I also find is if you're able to invest in yourself by really having someone to guide and coach you, because it's very different here.
Right.
But the truth is, here in Alberta, there's a lot of opportunities for you as a business analyst. And the minimum pay rate I see for business analysts here is about $40 an hour. Right?
That's impressive, actually. It's impressive because the minimum wage here in this province, I think, is $15, right?
Yes.
Which is one of the highest in Canada. And I do know that a lot of people live relatively well on that. So 40, it's good. It's a good starting point. Not everyone gets to start at that rate.
Exactly.
So if you can get into this and start at 40, then you've done really well.
Yeah.
Okay. So thanks for that explanation. The other thing I want to talk about is sixth item is certifications. I know those are very important. In fact, for me, I made sure that leaving Lagos, I did my 2 AWS certifications. In fact, it was one of the highlights in all of the processes I had. It was good to know. So you can never tell what can be beneficial. If you already have some certifications, those would go well for you. However, I think the viewers will need to know which new certifications they'll need to acquire to get into the business analysis field.
Yeah, fantastic. So, in general, in the IT world, certifications are relevant, and this is because they validate your experience, right? So like we said earlier, you already have the experience. So getting the certification would validate your experience and the knowledge you already have. So in Canada, we have the IIBA certification, which is the ECBA, which is entry level. So if you're 0 to 1 year of experience, you do the ECBA. We have the CCBA, which is competency in business analysis. So that's for people who have about 2 to 3 years of experience, and then about 4-5 years and above, you can do the CBAP, which is Certified Business Analysis Professional. So the IIBA certifications are recognized here for business analysis, and there's so many other certifications you can do, in Agile, in ITIL, in project management. But one thing to note is if you're moving to Canada and you haven't moved yet, you're still in your home country, I highly advise you start your process by preparing and getting these relevant certifications, because it makes you more employable. Employers are willing to overlook any Canadian experience because that validates your experience already. And you're able to start earning, good pay immediately you get here. So, search for the right certifications and what is relevant here. So look at the job descriptions. What do they ask for, right? Try and get there before you arrive or when you arrive here. But certifications are one of the very one of the steps to get into business analysis easily.
Okay, so is it safe to say you have a link of those certifications, and I can put them in the description?
Definitely, for sure.
Okay, so guys, I'll have the links to those certifications in the description.
Yeah.
And moving on to the last item, which is continuous improvement. So you don't just learn new stuff and then cap your knowledge at a certain height. You actually need to go flow with the times. I do know that even in programming, new libraries get released, new tools get updated, and you need to learn how to upgrade. For me, one of the skills I think is relevant in my line of work is Microsoft Excel, and you need to learn how to do certain things. You can do a VLOOKUP or an HLOOKUP, but I do know in the new version of Microsoft Excel, there's now, I think, XLOOKUP or so.
Wow.
You need to learn that as well. So continuous improvement is key. So in the business analysis field, how would you recommend people learn new things, as they go?
Like you rightly said, you need to continuously improve yourself. You can't cap your knowledge. So the BA field is very dynamic, right? There's always something new. The industry there's something changing. So you have to continuously improve yourself, get new knowledge, get new skills, get new certification. So, just like we've gone through all the steps, it's basically rinse and repeat. So from 1 to 7, you go back to 1 again and you start all over again, and it's continuous. So guys, that's the continuous improvement. So always having that mindset, because business analysis is first a mindset. I can help organizations, they need my skills. I can bring together the business and technology, and then I can always improve my knowledge, improve my skills, right? Get the certifications that I need, get the coaching that I need to continuously improve myself and move higher. what I find in business analysis is that it's really, really easy to grow from junior to intermediate to senior, to become a consultant and, demand how much you earn, over $100,000 a year, or even over $100 per hour. It's limitless. There's no cap to how much you can earn, but it all depends on how much you invest in yourself and the value you put into yourself, because as you increase your value, you increase your earnings. And what I find about this place, Henry, is that intellectual capabilities are always rewarded, basically.
True.
Once you keep improving, your knowledge and your skills.
In fact, I can attest to that, And I don't like saying it, but this is not a society where, one person does the bulk of the work,
exactly,
and then some other person, really benefits. So
yeah,
if you're really putting in the work, then you get to enjoy the rewards as well.
Exactly.
So yeah, improve on yourself, your skills, do certifications, get mentors. This brings us actually to the seven-step process. However, I'd like to highlight on what you mentioned. You did mention a WhatsApp group, and I'm aware I'm also in the group. I know it would, breed individuals that will have mentors that will show them what to do, right?
Yes.
The steps to take and everything.
Yes.
So if you're interested in being a member of that group, you can reach out to me. My Instagram handle is on the screen. Reach out to me and you can get connected. Also, I do know Eno has courses, right? You do?
Yes.
You have your business analysis courses. She'll just give you a brief on that, and we'll see what we can get out of it.
All right, awesome. So, like I said earlier, I'm a business analysis coach. I help people do the same thing. I did this myself years ago, and I've helped a lot of people get this done. So what I do is I help people get certified as business analysts. If you want to become certified, you can do that. I have a course for that. We also have a course for people who are certified but also struggling to get that job. We have career coaching, and then I have what I call, which is my signature program, the Business Analyst Accelerator program. I'm wearing the t-shirt right now. So this is the all-encompassing, all-in-one. It's like the platinum package, whereby you get certified as a business analyst, you get career coaching, you get access to Agile and Scrum certifications and Six Sigma as well. In the career coaching, we help you with your resume, your LinkedIn, access to our recruiter database, coaching you on how to answer interview questions and how to get your LinkedIn and your resume done right. So that's what we do, with my program. So if you're interested in any of them, check the description below. Henry has a surprise for you there, for all his wonderful viewers.
Okay, so the surprise she's talking about is for all Canada Waka viewers and subscribers. There's actually a discount code. I don't know how much of a discount it will get you. I'll let you guys know later on. You might already know now, since it will be on the screen, but I'll let you guys know. And you can use it and hop on her course and get started.
Yeah.
So what are they to expect from the WhatsApp group?
So the WhatsApp group is basically a group that's been put together to help people who want to transition, into a career in IT, or already in a career in IT and moving to Canada, or already in Canada. So they get support, mentorship, access to a tight network of recruiters for jobs here in Canada. They get access to career coaching, so that they're able to, get those first jobs as IT professionals without having to go through that struggle that a lot of new immigrants have.
Yeah. Also, it will be helpful if you do run a small business too, because I think we tend to help those people out. Some people run businesses, they come to Canada and they are lost as to how things work.
True.
So it will be essentially a place to network, to connect, and to build each other up. So it's open to everyone. Primarily if you need to get into the IT field, but more so if you have a business that you need to grow and you need to reach out to people. So you're welcome. Like I said, you can reach out to me on Instagram, and then we'll take it from there. Okay?
Awesome.
Right. So thank you for watching this. For those that have subscribed, you make me encourage to do this, to keep doing this.
Exactly.
And for those that are new here, please like this video, consider subscribing, and if you have any questions, please put them in the comment section and I'll be happy to explain. If you have any questions for Eno as well, she'll read those questions and
Leave a comment.
please do, guys. Okay, So thank you. I think I will go out and enjoy the rest of the day. We are in beautiful Calgary.
Yes.
So from wherever you are, please take care and stay safe.
Yes.
Until next time, see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.